All right, collectors, here's what we've got today. We've got enough figures. We've got the 6 figures required to build Nemesis. I'm not going to do an in-depth review of all of these. What I will do, though, is crack each one of these open and then tell you which one's worth a flip and which one is a flop. So, without any further ado, we got Nightcrawler, Marrow, Fabian Cortez, Husk, Cyclops, and Gambit. Maybe some of these will end up in the $5 bin at the next show that I have at the Metroplex show. We don't know. That $5 bin is quite famous and quite busy every time I go. All right, guys, let's get cracking into these. I'm going to open up each one and just lay them out, so give me a few seconds. You know what, just real quick, this was the first figure that I'd unboxed, but to me, it's already my favorite. The mere fact that I can do that without any, see how he does his tail? I know somewhere he used to hold that sword with his tail. You guys tell me if I'm wrong or anything. Not bad. Not, like I said, I'm not going to take long on each one of these reviews. He's got all the basic articulation. He's got some just basic great articulation. He's got that ugly cut down there at his waist, but that's okay. A ball joint would have been better. But the fact that I can do that with his tail is amazing. And you know, he's just got like, you know, regular double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. I really like this. I really like this Nightcrawler. You also get that head. Let's see if I can focus in on it. This head, there you go. That's funny because it follows my finger, and it's a really nice head. And then you also get this one right here, which is a very neutral head, which is very nice as well. So you get 2 open hands there. Of course, you get a fist. You get 2 fists. You get this fist. You get this fist. And then you get the hand that's supposed to hold the sword. But, he's holding the sword with his tail. I remember that he used to do that. All right, let's move on to the next one. Good figure. Scale of 1 to 5. It's like a 4.4. It's a really good figure. It's not bad at all. All right, and now we have Marrow. I knew I was gonna like her. Matter of fact, I really wanted her already. So, only thing I don't like about her, all of the regular articulation is there. But what I don't 100% like is that she can't go bend forward too much on her torso right there, but she can go way far back, a little to the front. She's good. She's actually pretty good. Not what do they call it? Black Widow level articulation. But this is the only thing holding her up right there, that articulation that she can't go forward that much. But you can get her in some amazing poses, and that's a pose I like right there for her. So on a scale of 1 to 5, this one again, because it's not a Black Widow, she gets a 4.4 like my boy, Nightcrawler. All right, let's get to the next figure. One last thing I forgot to mention, she comes with 2 open C grip hands over there, and then she comes with this closed fist hand. Very nice, free-handing this as well. And then she comes with kind of like this chop hand, right? She's gonna chop you. Hand right there. All right, let's go with the next one. All right, Fabian Cortez. Not a bad figure, but the number one thing that I hate about this poo-poo cape. Just, I hate them capes. Wow, why can't you just give me a soft goods cape, Hasbro? Come on. Anyways, other than that, he's got some butterfly joints, double jointed everything at the right levels, double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. You know, he's got a cut at the waist, a good crunch here. I like that hinge on the neck. Actually, all of these have hinge necks, which is something that I really do like. Now, is this character going to end up in the $5 bin? Yes, he will be in the $5 bin at the next Metroplex Collectibles Toy Show. He does come with these. He's got a C grip here. Those are 2 fists. He's got a C grip hand here. And he's got like an open palm, kind of like a reaching for you type of hand here. I'll be keeping these effects though. You won't find these with him. So anyways, let's move on to the next. I mean, as a figure, he's fine. The cape detracts greatly. So he gets a 3.9. Otherwise, he's fine as a figure, but crappy character. I don't like his character. Anyways, moving on. All right, and now it's time for Husk. This is not a great figure. And I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for it, but this is not a good figure. I'm sorry. Let's just start off with the top here. The face sculpt is good, but the hair is all in the way. That's just part of the deal, but you know that really hinders the posability of this figure. I mean, it's just rough. It's just rough. The other thing is you have very little articulation here at the. I'm freehanding this, but there's no articulation here forward or crunch to the front or back here. It's stuck, and there's no articulation here at the waist. You can turn her here at the abdomen, but you know what? One sec. It's important enough to show you this. Look, this is the articulation you get at her. Look at this. Pathetic. You do get this, but this is the patheticness you get here. Pathetic. And you can turn her head, but it's not, I mean, okay, that's fine. You can do a T-pose with her. She's fine there. The other thing that I found ridiculous is that she has no boot. I mean, you get a free boot cut right here. I mean, you could just literally do a boot cut there, but no, there's no boot cut there. You do get a cut there at the thigh. There you go. But what a mess. Anyways, this it's not a terrible figure. This is like a 3.9. It does not crack into the so if you go to the $5 bin, this is what you're going to get, because I'm going to tell you what I'm going to keep. This is going to be in the $5 bin. I'm going to keep this head sculpt because this is a fabulous looking head sculpt. Look at that. This looks great. I'll be keeping this head sculpt, and I'll be keeping these little I'll be keeping this hand for something that might come in handy later, and I'll be keeping this hand. Might come in handy later. And this face effect where she's tearing off her face. So anyways, if you come to the $5 bin, you'll just get this. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, now we're down to Cyclops. Of all the figures, this one actually grew on me the most just right now. Well, maybe Nightcrawler is still one of the better ones, but he's got some great accessories. He's got this blast. I don't know if we've seen this before, but this optic blast looks amazing. I think you can use it on other Cyclopses, but I mean, the buck, I love the art. Number one, I just love the effect here. Great work there. He's got two fists right there. He's got the, the hand where he's the mandatory pressing the button so he can blast you with his optic effect. And then he's kind of, got the open hand here and the two fists. I think this is on the Vulcan body, and already the Vulcan body is just a good body. I think this is what, you guys correct me. It's got the boot cut. It's got the, double jointed everything, all the right places, cut at the thigh, can do this, good exaggerated crunch, which is fantastic. Yeah, this is, a blank buck, but well executed and lots of great pluses here. This guy probably comes the closest to being the best of the bunch. It even beats Nightcrawler, I think, objectively, simply because of the way, it looks, the way the accessories that it brings to it. This is easily about a 4.6, which puts him above Nightcrawler. So that's where I'm going to put him. On to the next one, and last one, I believe. All right, and finally, old Gambit. This actually is a really good figure. The worst part about this figure, the most hideous, even worse than Fabian Cortez, because at least Cortez gets out of his, this thing is this cape is absolute garbage. Garbage. If it wasn't for this cape, this character would this rendition of Remy LeBou would actually be absolutely perfect. The cape is trash. Trash. You hear me? Hasbro, it's trash. But the rest of the figure looks really good. butterfly joints, head on a hinge joint. He's got really good articulation at the waist. He's got double jointed everything, double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. I did not check for a cut at the boot. That would be, if there's a cut at the boot, it's going to score a 5. Well, it can't because of that craptastic cape. I hate it, but oh, they missed. You could have had a 4.9. It does not have a boot swivel, but everything else is actually pretty good. I'm not going to put this guy in the $5 bin. He gets to stay with me. I'll buy him a better cape, or I'll make him a cape. I'm perfectly capable of that. That cape is just trash, absolute trash. All right, he comes with, here's the hands, and he comes with one to grip his bow there, or his staff, and then he comes with this, I guess this is, you could put a card in there. We've had cards everywhere with like Wolverine stuff, and so you could put a charging card there if you want. I guess that's the price they had to pay because they had to put that giant, all these giant Nemesis figures, pieces in there, and then you get a fist, and then you get another fist, so you get 2 fists with them. I do like them. I'm actually here. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna rank them in order of how we graded them, I guess. So yeah, let's get it. Well, yeah. And I'm gonna give this figure. What did I give? Did I already give it a figure? I mean, a rating. I think I said I was gonna give it a 4.9 if it had a boots, and it doesn't. So I'm gonna rank it right at a, I don't know. Man, that boot swivels, that cape just really gnaws at me. I'm gonna give it a 4.5-ish, thereabouts. Anyways, it's not a bad figure. It's a pretty solid figure, and a scale of 1 to 5. All right, let's rate them real quick. Let's stand them next to each other, see what they are. Order of best to worst. All right, collectors, and here it is. Here's where they end up at. For me, the top figure is Cyclops, then Nightcrawler, followed by Gambit and Marrow, and then we take a precipitous drop. Precipitous drop in quality and in character selection, and that would be Fabian Cortez, and at the very end we have Husk. Boo-boo. Doo-doo. Anyways, let's build this Nemesis figure. You know what? I'm gonna just film the process to see how it goes. I may not talk through it, or I might. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Let's just put it together. All right, I decided to film it so you guys can see my shenanigans. All right, so here we go. Let's see if we can build it without breaking it, or without making a mess, or me having to buy another figure because I messed this one up. Pretty simple, really, right? You usually just do one of these. No. Let me see. Hold on. I got to be purposeful about this. Oh, man. Is it going to be hard? Please don't break on me. Off camera, you'll just hear me pushing on this thing. All right. I think it's in there. But, boy, did I really have to push on that. I mean, I really had to push on it. I hope it's in there good. I think so. I didn't even hear a click, though, when I put it in. All right. I'm wondering which is going to be harder to do. Usually the legs are pretty easy for me, except for that McFarlane. What version was it? Oh, the Bane, the McFarlane Bane. That one was evil, man. All right, let me do this other arm. 1 second. All right, we've got the other arm in. Yep, there it goes. His head is a little bit tilted to the side on my Nemesis. Little heat, I guess. That'll fix that. All right, let's do the legs. I believe this leg is over here. Let's see if I have to. Looks like it went in. 1 second. Okay, so here's where we are so far. Snapped in the backpack here. Snapped in both the legs. The legs weren't as tough as the arms, though. I was right. They're not as tough. So let's keep building this sucker. So this goes on here, if I'm not mistaken, just like that. And then these things plug into that. There we go. Come on, get in there, you. Oh. almost lost him there. This goes on here. Let's see, come on, get in there. Oh, do we have to? There we go. Oh man, that looks super cool. All right, hold on. This plugs into here. But where does the... Oh, okay, he can plug into either one of those, I guess. And because look, on the back of these, it's got a connection for each one. So I guess you could just plug it into that one. So, but I guess his other arm could turn into a cannon and you could have another thing coming out of that way. But he's just chilling for now, so he just needs one cannon. All right, let's go through some articulation on this bad boy. The head does articulate. Not in here, but you can pop this off. Let me see how, it's not too hard to pop it off, but you can turn it. It does look down a bit, see? And it does go up a bit. But does the jaw, oh, even the jaw opens a little bit. So you'll see that it's articulated jaw. It does articulate. All right, so let me put the helmet back on. So there you go. You can move that around if you really want to. His double jointed or just single jointed? I thought it was, oh, he can do a T-pose. That's rather simple. These get out of the way. So that is really good. I like that those get out of the way for you. Does he have double jointed? Let me see. Looks like he does. He does have double jointed elbows. There you go. And they hid the pin here and they made the pin a joint, a rivet there, or a cylinder. Ooh, and over here they're double jointed too. So double jointed on both sides. He does have, how much crunch does he have? Not much. That's expected though. Not much crunch there, but he can turn at the, I guess at the abdominal snowman's, at the abdomen. There's no cut here. There's only a cut right across here. There is, of course, there's going to be a cut at the thigh. Double jointed. Does that count as a pin or not? Because it's drawn in. But anyways, it looks pinless. I'm going to call it double jointed, pinless. Knees and elbows. No cut at the boot there. No cut at the boot. No boot cut. He does have the feet go that far and that far up, which is actually really nice. And about that far across there. And he kicks up really good. Look at that. Why does it makes me feel like he's doing like that frog that comes on the WB? But anyways, I am really impressed with this figure, especially because they gave us double jointed arms and knees. Usually you get a figure like this big, and you're going to get single points of articulation, right? You're not going to get, the articulation you want because it's too big and they're not going to spend the money to retool it. They're just not going to. So, wow, that looks really cool. I really dig it. This is fun. This is going to be fun. And I think I can use this in almost any setting, man. Could you imagine this? I'd love, this could be even a G.I. Joe type of, monstrosity that's come to life. You also get this hand. So there's that. Anyways, this is a great Build-A-Figure. I really like it. Let's get some close-ups of it. It's got some dented joints, man. If you could, a little wash. I think I might do a wash on it. Would just bring out all the texturing to it. Look at that. Look at all the textures, the dented joints or the dented metal in it and stuff. I love this little rubber effect. They did a great job on that. This is one of the first Build-A-Figures. Not one of the first. It's one of the... I've built a lot of them, but this one is one of the first ones where I'm not like, I'm kind of disappointed. I'm kind of actually my expectations are exceeded here. So I like it. I really like this figure. Holy moly, Hasbro. Are you starting to learn from your mistakes? I don't know. All right, so is it worth buying the entire wave? Well, that's up to you. That's up to you. I'll tell you right off the bat, 4 of the 6 are good. The other 2 are caca. All right, guys, Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. If you're enjoying the shenanigans and you're enjoying the reviews, the hunt, there'll be a hunt tomorrow. I'll post one. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. It helps me. It helps the channel. It helps your algorithm recommend more of these shenanigans, more of my other friends like RG and Collecting Havoc and all the other bunch of shenaniganizers. That's my word, shenaniganizer. If you hear anybody else using it, it came from me first. Shenaniganizer or shenaniganization. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. Special thanks to the members. Their generosity, engagement, guidance allow this guy to bring you better content. All right. As long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep rolling these shenanigans out.